Everybody doing? It is Paul from Magpie 24/7 back again, out and about, but finishing off for the day. And yeah, looking forward to this evening's entertainment. England v Ukraine in Rome for a place in the semi-finals. And despite England not playing champagne football, you know, this pragmatic, this disciplined, this Graham Jones-led England, as our only representative left after Fabian Schär, Switzerland got knocked out, they have an opportunity to get into the last four in a game against either the Czechs or the Danish. What an opportunity. You will not get another opportunity to get through to a semi and then potentially a final on home soil like this again. So I urge and I beg and I pray that tonight England can do the business, get the same level of professionalism, concentration, dedication, and everything else, and we can book our spot in those semi-finals. And hopefully we continue not conceding any goals, and hopefully a little bit extra in terms of football quality would be much appreciated. And I hope that comes in the form of one Jack Grealish. I'm praying, fingers crossed, that Southgate is brave enough and bold enough to drop one of the two holding midfielders. Preferably for me, I'd probably keep Phillips in, and I'd go and drop Declan Rice, put Grealish in. That probably will mean moving position slightly. Grealish more effective probably down the left-hand side, so that maybe means that Sterling goes onto the right-hand side, but we'll see what can be done there. But for me, with the impact that that lad had in the last game and in the tournament, coming off the bench, he was the spark. I would be majorly tempted to throw him in tonight against the Ukrainians, who have some quality players. So we have to be on our game. We have to be at our best. And I just think Grealish may be able to offer us a little bit more going forward, a little bit more attack and flair, and a little bit more guile to be able to open up the defence, the Ukrainian defence, and expose Ukraine and Shevchenko's team's weaknesses. So that would be my change. Same 11, barring Jack Grealish for one of your two central holding midfielders, most likely Declan Rice. Because to me, it's personal preference probably, but he hasn't offered enough for me to warrant a place going forward. And if we are serious about this competition, which clearly we are going to need to be able to unlock defences more readily. At the moment, we're scoring ones and twos, and that's enough. Long may that continue. That would be absolutely splendid if we can get that done this evening. Everybody in the mother, I think 20 million people watched the Germany game. I expected the same. Everybody's shutting down. Everywhere's shutting down. Everywhere's got the eyes on this game this evening. Like I say, I'm done and dusted for the day. Looking forward to it a great deal. Yeah, I've lived through some tournaments, and I've lived through England disappointment after how the fuck eliminations, losing to so-called lesser countries and stuff. But looking at the FIFA rankings and everything else, England are technically the highest ranked FIFA team left in the tournament, so keep everything crossed. I personally think the results yesterday went for us. I think we'd be better off against the Italians, so I was quite pleased that they got through, but obviously disappointed. I wanted Fabian Schär in Switzerland to be able to edge it. He missed a penalty. He wasn't the only one for Switzerland. Switzerland go out, Spain go through. But we've got to concentrate on our job. It's no good talking about all the the fantastic opportunity, the chances, what we could do, history that could be made, if we don't go out and deliver and have the right attitude and stuff. 9.5 hours, I think it is now, without a goal that has been conceded for England. So it's clear to see the pragmatic approach that Southgate is taking. So let's just see. Everything crossed. And I think we will do it. Score predictions. I'm getting better at these. I'm getting closer to the score. Tonight, I do see a couple of goals, especially if he plays Grealish, puts Grealish in. I will go for I'm going to go 3-0. Why not? I'm going to be extra confident and say 3-0. It'll be 2-0 and we'll catch them at the end as they're trying to push to get back into the game. There you go, 3-0. Have your money on that if you will. But yeah, there is rumours, there is murmurings that there may be further changes that Southgate's contemplating. There's lots of players who haven't had much minutes in this tournament, but me for one, I just really can't see it. I cannot see it. Why you would change a winning team? And I've been impressed. I've criticised Southgate in some certain areas, but if you look at it, the way he is getting stable, regular, normal performances out of all wee arms, Pickford in goal, who's had a very good tournament. Not touch wood, not conceded this tournament so far, but his performances have been level. They've not been up and down like they are, for Everton. The same can be argued with Stones as well. Very much up and down all over the place, really, at times for Manchester City. But he's been fantastic in this tournament, level-headed. One word of caution, quite a few players on yellow cards. They need to avoid stupid bookings tonight, especially Harry Maguire, who I was really impressed with in the last game. I just think he adds something more, not only defensively, but offensively as well, with he's be able to bring the ball out and his distribution and everything. So really important that we don't pick up stupid yellow cards, because if they do get yellow cards, the likes of Maguire, then they are going to miss potentially the next round of the competition, and we cannot afford to limit the choices that Southgate has got. We really cannot. So you want as many different people fit, available and free of suspension. So yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-0. I'm going to be quite confident. I want to start to think that the players are getting used to Graham Jones. They're getting used to the system. Maybe the fact that they're travelling, that might sort of take and give a new dimension to the player. They're actually travelling in the European Championships from England. They travelled over to Italy and into Rome. So that might help push things on. And then if we are to win, back at Wembley for a potential semi-final and then final. So let me know what you think down below. Are you confident? What's the score going to be? Who's going to score? Was it crucial that Kane got a goal in the last game? Will that sort of spark his confidence up? Will he go out on a bit of a run now that he's got one? Will they start coming one after that? So let me know down below. Take care. Keep it tuned. Review coming out after the game as well. And I'll speak to you later.